Okay, so to introduce Spreadshirt, we're actually a platform with one purpose in mind, which is really to bring people's merchandising ideas or ideas they have to market in our marketplaces, other people's marketplaces, or a white label shop. We came from the background similar to Photobox you saw earlier in the personalization and customization business, where people used to come along and make their own shirts. And if you go to our consumer sites now, you will still see that, but it's a relatively small part of our business. Our business is growing around the fact that there are literally millions of people out there with ideas, trying to take those ideas to market on clothing and on products and sell them to their fans. And our business has grown up to become this platform that enables people to develop their e-commerce ideas and take them to market. We have actually become primarily driven by social media. What is actually going on in the world is if you launch a TV program, Big Bang Theory, I've seen it in India, Brazil, America, several European countries, it's traveled around the world. Global entertainment is traveling around the world. But so are computer games. You saw Candy Crush here earlier. This is actually a goat on a phone case from Goat Simulator, a small game where you can be a goat and destroy the world. We've delivered this as our top-selling product last week. We delivered this to over 40 countries because people who like playing games pretending to be goats is a relatively niche market, but it's all over the world. Yeah? So the joke is, because I was raised on a farm, I used to keep goats, and so when this came up, my team was like, it's yours. But there are small niche markets out there or major markets that need to travel, and they travel through social media. People need a way of taking those ideas, putting them to market, and making them work. And we've stepped into that market. So now you get the complicated slide. The idea of our platform is you can take a design, you can take a phrase, you can take a headline from a newspaper, and you can put it onto a base 150 products that we supply, t-shirts, hoodies, phone cases, computer cases, bags. Then you can put them for sale. Now, we've applied many ways of doing that, and we don't really have any competitors who do the same things. If you have your own e-commerce system, you can actually plug that in, and we have people operating on Magento and Shopify who plug into our fulfillment. But we also allow people to use a white label shop system. So you come along, in a matter of minutes, you can set up a white label shop that looks and feels like your business. So the Goat Simulator has a Goat Simulator website, and in there is a shop. And it looks and feels like them. And we have actually currently 50,000 selling shops operating that way. And that allows anybody to create e-commerce with no effort, no upfront fees. You just come along, register, put in your ideas. We also operate marketplaces in 18 countries, and we're just setting up our 19th in Brazil now, where if you don't have a shop, if you don't want a shop, you can just put it in our marketplaces, and we do the marketing, and we do the search engine optimization. We gather up your clients, and we actually sell those things. Now, sometimes it's still brands. We work with Fox Television, and we're putting out lots of their entertainment shows into our marketplaces around the world. Sometimes it's designers who have ideas, have fun, and they can put those in. They have no need to have a shop because they don't have a fan base. They just have people who are interested in their topic, and they want to put that onto clothing, and they want to create something around that theme. And they can put those for sale in our marketplace. And if you sell really well, we now allow you to go onto Amazon and eBay. We are currently in 5 countries, and behind that we have a row of about 30 retailers who are also looking to take the listings from the best-selling ideas we have. Now, that's great, because that means anybody with no experience. My dad, he's 80, he runs a canoeing blog. He's sold 2 t-shirts so far this year, so he's not my best customer. He is able to put together a shop with no knowledge whatsoever and go to market with no cost. Because after that, we handle the transaction. We actually do the printing of the designs as the order is made. Once we've got the money in the bank, we can then go ahead and print it. So there is no cost to the end seller. There is actually no risk to us. We then send these out. We do all the customer service, all the fulfillment. And in the end, what we actually send back to the seller is just the profit they have made. Now, that's working pretty well. Between the designers and the people using shops, we had over 72,000 people selling through us in the last 12 months. They range from a student who used to live in Dusseldorf and got very good at creating designs about things going on around the world. So far this year, we've paid him over 120,000 euros. He's now just given up being at university and moved to Malta for tax reasons. It's not bad when you're 18, 19 to have that kind of problem. The YouTubers that we operate with, some of the biggest YouTubers in the world, people like Tobuscus and PewDiePie have been working with us to develop what have become tens of millions of merchandising that they can do. And we're able to handle their transactions around the world. And when you get that big, you run into tax problems. So you see the sophistication of our platform. We actually have had to integrate with 66 different sales tax and income tax authorities to take all that strain away. But for them, they're great at making YouTube videos. They don't want to have to care about this. They're trying to make the next funny video or the next campaigning Facebook page to drive people forward. And this is what we're bringing to the whole merchandising world, is this ability for anybody to make it really easy. And so this falls down to what great many platforms like us separate us from being the successful people to the non-successful people, is we have to make this simple. And we have to make this super, super easy. So currently, to set up a campaign for every country on every product we have, you're looking at, actually it'll be about a week's worth of work, but then you have gone around the world at no effort. My product team right now have a prototype we'll be releasing next year that brings this down to 2 minutes. Then anybody in this room should be able to take a picture, come up with a design, and in 2 minutes, reach the world with it and take it to market. So that is what Spreadshirt is trying to do. We're trying to really simplify getting people to market and provide the marketplaces by which they can actually then make their sales and make their revenue. And I believe, as I was asked to try and speed up, I've saved us all a minute there. So thank you.